Mr. Shiv Khera is the founder of Qualified Learning Systems Incorporated USA. An author, educator, and business consultant, he is a much sought-after speaker. He inspires and informs people, helping them to realize their true potential. He has taken his dynamic personal messages to opposite sides of the globe, from the US to Singapore. His 30 years of understanding and experience has helped people on the path of personal growth and fulfillment. He has been recognized by the Round Table Foundation, honored by Lions International and Rotary International. Mr. Shiv Khera's client list includes, among others, Lufthansa, Motorola, Nestle, Philips, Gillette, Hewlett-Packard, Carrier, IBM, Ericsson, General Motors, Johnson & Johnson, HSBC, and many more. He has appeared on numerous radio and television shows. Mr. Shiv Khera is also the author of the international bestseller book, You Can Win, in 16 languages. His other books are on their way to creating new records. Tens of thousands have benefited from his dynamic workshops in 17 countries, and over 1 million people have heard him as a keynote speaker. His trademark is, winners don't do different things. They do things differently.
Selling is a rejection business. We need to take 10 no's before we get a yes. And most people, when they hear 10 no's, they take it personally, they get demotivated, and they quit. You go and check out the financials of any company, the balance sheet and profit and loss account. Sales represents profit. The rest, everything in a company is overhead. Are you with me? Folks, let me share. When I wrote my book, You Can Sell, the press was there. And they asked me that it appears that this book is for salespeople. For the title, that's what it appears. So I turned back the question to them and I asked, tell me who's not selling. In there, I have given a definition of a salesperson by Robert Louis Stevenson. He defined a salesperson as anyone who sells a product, service, or an idea is a salesperson. A candidate at a job interview, what's he doing? A boy, girl proposing to get married, what are they doing? A lawyer arguing in front of the judge for the client, what's he doing? A politician giving speeches to get votes, what is he doing? He's selling. And folks, success depends on our ability to sell. Who is not selling? We are always selling either for or against ourselves. It is not neutral. The people who will succeed in life are the people who have two skills. People who have people skills and people who have selling skills. Technology and technicians we can always buy with money. But the wealthiest person in the world must build and create relationships. Yes, no. Good professionals don't learn the tactics of selling. They learn the principles of selling because principles are based on foundation of integrity. Tactics are manipulative. In sales, you need to learn the tricks of the trade. How many agree with that? Raise your hand. Okay, I see a few hands go up. Folks, the answer is not true. Professionals learn the trade. They leave the tricks to the cheats and crooks. Selling is defined as nothing else but transfer of enthusiasm from you to the other person. Folks, if I am not enthusiastic about my own product, I have no right to sell it to you. I am cheating people. If I would not buy my own product under the same set of circumstances, I have no right to sell it to you. I am cheating people. If a doctor would not prescribe the same treatment for his own kids under the same set of circumstances, he is cheating people. So what is selling? Selling is nothing else but transfer of enthusiasm from me to you. If I am not enthusiastic about my own product, I have no right to sell it to you. Sir, let me ask you, if you became as enthusiastic about my product as I am, you would end up buying it. That's it. People keep talking of tactics in selling. Folks, let me redefine the word selling tonight. Selling is 90% conviction, belief in your product, 10% communication of the conviction. 90% is conviction, belief in your product, 10% communication of the conviction, which is your selling skills, persuasion skills, handling objection, and all that stuff. Whenever we think and talk of competition, what is the first thing that comes to people's mind? Let me see what my competitors are doing and let me, what? Undercut. Folks, you undercut too long, you will have different sign outside your office, out of business. In my book I mentioned You Can Sell. There was an informal survey conducted which said up to 10 and possibly even 15% of price differential, people are willing to pay you more money without a second thought. And higher the price tag, easier they're willing to pay you the differential. Example, if I bought an item for $10, what is 10% of $10? $1. Now, if you cheat me for $10, you cannot make me bankrupt. I can sustain the loss, no big deal. But if I bought an item for $10 million, I would rather put an extra million, protect my 10 million, rather than save $1 million and risk my entire 10 million. Yes, no. Look at this. Higher the price tag, easier people are willing to pay you more money for what? For 3 words. Quality, reliability, dependability. Folks, sometimes people ask what's the difference between reliability and dependability. Reliability refers to product. Dependability refers to people. Product is reliable, people are dependable. For these 3 words, people are willing to pay you more money anytime. Folks, we've noticed many sales training programs teach how to shake hands, how to say please, how to thank you, and smile. Don't get me wrong, the pleases, thank you, smiles are important. But the question is, how long can you keep a fake smile? And besides, people can see through people, can't they? And if the smile is not sincere, it's irritating, isn't it? So we got to have substance over form, not just form over substance. Folks, that means what? You keep hearing you got to be pleasant. Of course you got to be pleasant. But pleasantness without performance is irritating. Yes, no. Pleasantness without performance is painful. Courtesy ought to be practiced because we ought to be courteous anyway, no matter what industry. When you are practicing courtesy as a strategy, you are crooked. When you practice integrity as a strategy, you are crooked. Courtesy and integrity, they're a way of life. They are a way of life. You can't pretend to be courteous. You can't pretend to be humble. Either you are or you're not. I was doing a program. There were a couple of hundred people. It was a very mixed group. There were doctors, engineers, attorneys, accountants, carpenters, plumbers, electricians. Now that's a mixed group. I said, never in the history of mankind has it been so easy to succeed in life the way it is today. Regardless of your profession, we have no competition. How many people do you know walking off the street right now who are willing to do more than what they get paid for? Say it loudly. Hardly any. Most people don't even want to do what they get paid for. There's a second big category of people who only want to do what they can get by with. There's a very small fraction of people who are willing to do a little bit more than what they get paid for. And I asked him, if you fall into that category, I don't care what your profession is, tell me, where's your competition? Folks, go check out life histories of successful individuals and organizations. Those who have succeeded. 1, they succeeded. 2, they sustained success. 3, maintained goodwill. All these people and organizations, they all have lived by this one principle. I shall always give more than what I get to my family, my organization, my customer, my society. We become the competition. We have no competition. Why do you go to a doctor 10 miles away, bypassing 10 other doctors on the way? Is he the most qualified? Probably not. Why do you get your car repaired from a mechanic 10 miles away, bypassing 10 other mechanics on the way? Is he the most qualified? Probably not. But something says I'm dealing with the right person. And what is that something? Trust. Thank you, sir. Folks, you ask people what's the greatest thing in the world. They'll tell you, love is the greatest thing in the world. But the way I see it, trust in many ways a much greater compliment in life than love. There are people we love, but we cannot trust. When you start in business, any profession, initially you look for business, but when you establish your credibility, business starts looking for you. Our credibility determines our profitability. In our sales training we share, we sell products and services. We sell our professional time. We don't sell our conscience.
Inject new vitality into your corporate culture through our in-house programs and keynote addresses. Optimize your performance through Blueprint for Success. High impact leadership. Outsell your competition by mastering selling skills. Master platform skills by learning public speaking. Make your next conference memorable through our keynote address. Recharge your people to achieve new heights. Increase sales and productivity through positive attitude, motivation, and values. Good parenting may give headaches, but bad parenting certainly gives heartaches. Bring the positive parenting program into your schools and colleges. If you want to create a culture of trust and accountability, call now